countdown to the only event of its kind has begun.
You want a WrestleMania moment? You gotta win this match.
Yeah. Let's do it. Try to take me out.
Line him up. Throw him over.
Shadow boxing got no rivals.
Whoa! Oh my goodness.
The odds about 100 times.
The road to WrestleMania begins at the Rumble.
I'm stronger.
WWE Royal Rumble, Saturday, February 1st.
So you turn off all the lights and shut the door. Hey, angel, what's your destination?
WWE Royal Rumble is tonight, roughly in about 43 minutes. The Rumble kicks off. It is 2025, so the road to WrestleMania happens now, starts today. We've got the men's Royal Rumble. We've got the women's Royal Rumble. Not only that, two other matches. You've got the Rhodes-Owen matchup, the ladder match for the undisputed WWE Championship. Plus, you've got the WWE Tag Team Championship matches. Well, it would be a 2 out of 3 falls. DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, all against the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Who do you guys got winning? We're going to talk a little bit about each matchup here. We're going to get into Rumble preview, women and men's. Who are your favorites? Who are the surprises you've got? It's just going to be an awesome time here at STL 316 previewing the Royal Rumble. Let's go to bring in our guest here. It's going to be Ray Carter. Going to be tonight with the
Thank you for having me on the show.
Oh no! If you've got your volume up, you want to turn it up a little down. Actually, yeah, a little bit down. Kind of hear a bunch of echoing in the back. No worries, man. It happens. But nonetheless, man.
How's that? Still down?
Still can hear it a little bit. Are the headphones plugged in?
Yeah, it shows that they're connected. Let me see.
Yeah. No worries, man. No worries. We'll get going here. We'll get going right now. We got some comments in here. Thanks for everybody joining us here on STL 316. Chris Gonzalez is in here. It says, what up? Ron got Rumble and Duke and Spurs basketball tonight. Yeah, got Duke basketball. Man, I'm a Tar Heel guy. Sorry. You see it on the hat right there. Spurs basketball. Also, you got the Royal Rumble going on tonight. Chuck Vance, was that Dio in the intro music? It probably was. We're probably going to get copyright infringement when it comes to YouTube stuff, but hey, man, that was a part of TikTok, so I just downloaded that video to borrow it. So shout out to everybody in here. Who are your winners tonight, man? That's what I want y'all to drop into the chat. Who are the winners for the Royal Rumble, men and women's? Let's get started on the preview, man. So before we get started on the actual preview of some of the shows, got a couple of videos here that I want to show everybody. First one, saw a little behind the scenes thing with Penta and Dom. Let's get into that real quick.
¿Quieres que empecemos ahorita? ¿Quieres que empecemos ahorita, puto?
See you soon, baby.
Homie can't even speak right. But
hey, we swapped mics.
Leave it
That
at
was
that.
fun.
Where's my hat?
Wow.
Where's my
What are your
hat?
thoughts on Penta? What are you going to tell me about him?
Que su madre el penta. La tuya.
¿Qué quieres?
So you have the Penta Dom, back and forth right there. Kind of crazy going on to Rumble itself. What do you think, Dom? Do you think it's affecting the Royal Rumble?
I don't think he wins the Rumble, but I do think he should.
Who's that? Penta?
Penta, yeah. I think, having him come into the Rumble, it's obviously we saw the pop he got when he debuted in San Jose. So just that energy that he has lately, especially going up against Gable, with that whole storyline that they kind of had going on, I think that kind of helps further his case. And it's just like he's already going up against Dom, and who's Dom's father, Rey Mysterio. So I think, you want to start setting up those timelines, but I think you want to give him that gold right now.
Man, I hear where you're coming from. I kind of like the idea of maybe Penta possibly winning the Rumble, but it's still too early. I mean, I think you're going to have to still build. And I think what they did with Dom and Penta in the background there, it's going to build up to something a lot better, especially in the, signs of the luchadors. You got Chris Gonzalez. That was a great promo by King of Lucha. Exactly. I mean, that sets up a whole thing that I guarantee you it's going to lead into WrestleMania. So as much as I feel like Penta's going to have a good showing in the Rumble, I think that whole thing is going to lead to Mania. And then you got to remember, you're going to probably include Rey Mysterio in that WrestleMania type of match. So that entire feud's going to go on for a while. You may see it at, what is it? Elimination Chamber. You may get a little bit there. Then you're going to get into WrestleMania. So yeah, I think that's going to go on a little bit longer for Dom and Penta as well. Surprise entrance, I think, with Goldberg, The Rock, and Joe Henry. We're going to get into that too, and I got a couple of those guys in mind right now. Let's get into some of the talk here. First match is first. Let me bring up, actually, what I want to do is bring up the card so that way we can kind of go over the card as we're talking about everything here. Shout out to WrestleMat at WrestleMats.com. That's who I'm going to be using the card for. We're going to get a Rudy Campos appearance. Maybe, Rock. It's possible. I doubt it, but maybe. Definitely check out and see if I can into the Royal Rumble myself. So tonight, as I mentioned, there's going to be 4 matchups. Basically, you got both Rumbles. You got the WWE Tag Team Championships on the line. You've got the WWE Championship on the line as well. First and foremost, the tag team matchup. You have DIY. You've got Gargano. You got Ciampa. You also got Shelly and Sabin. 2 out of 3 matches. How do you expect this one to go?
I personally like the Motor City. I think they should have retained it a little bit longer. I was kind of disappointed by their run, but DIY, they're gonna try to pull the no stops and winning it. Obviously yesterday on SmackDown we saw that the Deadly Boys or whatever they're not gonna help them, but they're gonna find some way to interact with that fight some way. It's WWE. There's whenever somebody's like, I'm not gonna go, literally the next day they show up. So I think they'll have some factor into playing who wins, but I personally have Motor City. I think they become the champs. I personally would have liked it if it was the Street Profits. I've loved them for a while. I think they needed to push. I would have really liked if it was them instead of Motor City, but of course, creative thinks otherwise. But I'm gonna go Motor City.
Yeah, shout out to Sith out there. Elias, he's doing a good job doing his own coverage of Down for the Count. You've seen Sith a little bit on STL 316. Promise you guys out there that Sith will be making a little bit of appearances here and there on STL 316 again, but he's doing Down for the Count. So be sure to go follow him and hit him up for a lot more of the WWE coverage that you will be getting along with the Royal Rumble. He says the women's are starting the Rumble. We're going to get to that, man. We got to get to that here in a little bit. Chuck Vans, man. Shout out to Chuck Vans, MCMG. Motor City Machine Guns is going for the win. I'm going to give my take in a minute. Now, would you wear the tights like Randy Orton and have a full outfit like Rob Van Dam? First off, I cannot get into the full outfit like Rob Van Dam without looking terrible. So, and even if I went with the tights like Randy Orton, I'll tell you what, I will go with the big boss man look, straight pants and a nice little button down shirt, where maybe the taco meat chest hair is showing. That's the way I'm gonna go. Rock, sit you back in here. Appreciate it. DIY retains. Roman is a banger. Jordan Gray, Celine is that's his big man.
Oh,
as far as let me see. There's a video. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it might be on both. So basically, what it is, Ray, maybe move back that helps. Maybe see if that. There's a little bit of history, so I apologize for that. We'll get it all figured out.
So I'm trying to like.
No. Sometimes you have stuff playing in the background or something that happens. It's okay. We'll get through it. As far as the tag team titles go, I'm actually agreeing with Sith on that. I actually have DIY retaining. I see this going a little bit further, probably playing into WrestleMania, where you might see, Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, and then maybe a third tag team, kind of get like a triple threat WrestleMania card going. I mean, hell, you could even see a ladder match like they did back in the past with the Hardys and a lot of these teams. I really think that could be a factor in WrestleMania. So I don't see the tag team titles switching hands right now. I think DIY keeps it for tonight. Says DIY retains because I think it helps the character to go forward. Exactly what I'm saying. I think it's going to be set up to exactly where WrestleMania goes. Moving right along, let's go to the WWE, the undisputed WWE Championship. Rhodes and Owens, 100%. I've got Cody Rhodes winning. I don't think there's a change in it at all. What do you got?
I mean, the same thing. I think Cody retains. There's just no way he loses it. Literally, Royal Rumble. That he probably gonna be like a Roman length title reign, but for now, I think I gotta go same Cody.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Cody no matter what, man. I think with Kevin Owens, you're probably going to see a CM Punk Kevin Owens feud pretty soon here. So I think that's why, Owens won't win the title. But again, I think you see Rhodes get ready for WrestleMania. He's going to be a champ. You're obviously more than likely, depending on who wins the Rumble, is going to challenge probably Rhodes. But I don't know. I think you and I are both in agreement. I think everybody else is in agreement. The fact that Cody Rhodes is going to win this WWE, the undisputed WWE title match against Kevin Owens. Triple H don't have the cojones to pull the trigger on KO, even though he'd make the better champ. I fully agree with that. I really fully agree with that 100%. That I don't think that Triple H doesn't have the cojones. I just think here's the problem. I don't know what it is about Cody Rhodes other than his entrance music that I really like. I respect his wrestling his skills. I respect his technique. I respect the Rhodes name. But you can definitely have a better champion than Cody Rhodes. I mean, that's kind of the way I feel now. I think ultimately he probably drops it at Mania. I'm willing to bet 100% he drops it at Mania. I don't know. What do you think? That might be the same thing.
I can see that possibility. I know too. I feel like they're trying to make him or build him like the John Cena of this generation, with him like interacting with the fans and things of that nature, which I understand.
Yeah.
But like, I think this title reign, I kind of agree. It's kind of been like mediocre at best. Like so far, he's fought KO already, Logan Paul at some point, like AJ Styles, which was was great. Don't get me wrong, but again, the people he's fought, he's already beaten in previous times. So it makes it like, now who do you get? Which I blame the draft at that time because everybody stayed on the same brand practically. So I want to see a shakeup, but if more than likely, I could see him losing at WrestleMania. However, with this match, I am interested to see if Sammy comes out tonight, because how him and KO, they talked a lot, and then when he kicked Cody on Monday, things could have gone either way. So I'm curious to see if Sammy comes out and if it's going to be a heel turn. Maybe he helps KO, and of course Cody is, the energy that he has. Does he still win, or does there's that chance that maybe, like you think he's going to lose, but of course he's not.
Yeah, and Chris Gonzalez says the best. If Owens wins, we get a returning Randy to cuss Cody. I know there's going to be interference tonight. There's 100% going to be interference tonight in this matchup. It's a ladder match, no DQ. There's going to be 100% interference. It's just a matter of who's going to interfere. Chuck Vance, Cody wins. They won't change titles to WrestleMania match. Exactly what I was saying a little while ago. He drops the belt at WrestleMania. That's all we got to remember. Punk won't feud with KO. Different shows, Raw, SmackDown, but Cody's retaining since they are teasing a feud with Punk. And that's CM Punk's going to have something to do with something in this match, whether it be not be tonight, I'm sure. But yeah, CM Punk's going to have something to do, with the title with Cody Rhodes. I have no doubt. Punk wins, faces Cody at Mania. We'll get to that in a minute. That's exactly what I'm thinking. What's good? Late to the party here for some madness. Shout out to MCS General Contracting, Christopher Leha, man. Those boys out there doing a fantastic job. Appreciate you joining us here. Ray Carter and myself are, basically breaking down as much as we can when it comes to tonight's Royal Rumble. And I mean, we're getting to the main matches here. We're only going to be here for another maybe 10 minutes or so. So we're getting to the main matches here. Ray's got Most City Machine Guns winning. I had DIY. A lot of the people out there have actually it's split DIY and Motor City Machine Guns. So that matchup's going to be split 100% right there. And then you've got, we were talking about the undisputed WWE Championship, and that is Kevin Owens against Cody Rhodes. Pretty much everybody said, I think one person may have mentioned that Kevin Owens was going to win, but I think everybody's in agreement that Cody wins, and then he goes to Mania and he drops the belt at Mania to whoever it may be here. So Sith Lord is saying Punk wins the Rumble, faces Cody at Mania. Roman don't need the Rumble. Okay, I'll get you on that. They always go with one heel champ and one face champ between the two brands. Exactly. Speaking of the champs, man, we're going to get into the Rumble side of things here. So you've got the women's, which we're going to cover first. Now, you've got some of the participants already. You see them on the screen for those y'all out there. Then you've got people that are rumored to be back. You've got the rumors that everybody, knows that, Charlotte Flair making her return. You see her training. The rumors of, well, you know what? Let's let CM Punk.
There's a big one that I'm not going to say. Because I'm going to get in trouble.
So CM was basically teasing that there's a big return tonight. Everybody out there is talking the possibilities of AJ Lee making a return to the WWE, the possibilities of Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss. I mean, you're going to see a lot of different people coming on.
I mean, yeah, this year it seems like there's like a whole bunch of possibilities of who could come out. Like Charlotte was one before they confirmed it. Becky's been one, but I would personally love AJ Lee if she made her return. Whether she would stay with it or just for the night, I would be fine with either or. Jordan Grace, who somebody brought up earlier, that just signed with WWE a couple weeks back, I would love to have her make her official WWE debut, in this Rumble to kind of see what storylines that she could dive into next.
Yeah, sorry, 100%. My mic went out there. 100%, man. I think you're going to see those returns, and I like what you said about that. Let me get to some of the comments. Women, Nia Jax, men, Logan Paul. Those are Chris Gonzalez's returns there. And also we've got Sith Lord. Becky is returning and winning. Let's go, everyone, for getting the man. I assume, and I'm feeling that Becky is probably going to make her return. Then you've also got Sith Lord. I want to see Jordan make it to the end. Yeah, I mean, that's another one there. You just mentioned her. Ray, and then you also got Sith. I thought you didn't like Becky. We got Leha and Sith going back at it. Love it. That's a match in itself right there. AJ Lee. I feel AJ is going to be back tonight. That's something that everybody is talking about. Does Tessa Blanchard come out? And if she does, how awesome would it be after Charlotte? So the Women's Rumble is setting up to be what it has been, and that's probably the highlight of the night. So the chances of, a Nikki Bella, a Bella twin coming out are there. The chances of, again, seeing Becky Lynch is going to be super high. You're going to definitely get, the mixture of NXT and, now that you saw the merger with TNA, you're going to see a lot of, new faces come in, faces you weren't expecting. But I'm going to put you on the spot here because for me, I'm going to give you my Women's Royal Rumble winner. We've talked about some of the appearances. We've talked about some of, the surprises that it could be. And they're still dropping names in the comments here. Sith is dropping them left and right. Shout out to Down for the Count. I don't like Becky, but I'd rather her over Charlotte, dog. Roxanne getting called up, baby. So you've seen them out here. So for me, I hate to break the Doctor of Style Sith's heart, but I've got in her return, I've got Charlotte Flair winning the Royal Rumble tonight because it's that charisma. It's Charlotte. It's going to WrestleMania. I mean, That's who I've got. My daughter's a Charlotte Flair fan. I've got Charlotte winning. Does Hogan surprise her? We're going to get into that in just a little bit, Chuck. So, Ray, I'm putting you on the spot, man. Who do you have winning the Women's Royal Rumble?
Man, I would have to go Becky just because I think she deserves it more. Obviously, the last match she had was her retirement match. So I got to go Becky. But if it's somebody on the current roster, Jade Cargill making her return, I could see her winning, setting up something. But officially, I'm going to go Becky Lynch.
So Ray's going Becky Lynch, officially on record. Sith wants to bet me $5 and he wants to do a steel cage match with me because I'm taking Charlotte Flair. I'll tell you what. Let's do I can't do steel cage because I mean you're asking me to climb out of a steel cage. I'm afraid of heights. I get sick looking off of a second story building. I can't do the steel cage, but I'll tell you what. Let's not do steel cage, Sith. Let's do war games. You get your guys, I get my guys. We'll do war games. I got a couple of wrestlers that I know, so you and me, war games, and we'll just you were talking about Susio stuff, games in the summer, so we'll do war games. We'll set that up instead of the steel cage match. But I'll tell you what, I'll get with you offline, Sith, and we'll do something on the Rumble here. We'll do some kind of promotion. The returns promo and whatnot for Charlotte is too obvious. I know he is. And he says, I'm afraid of heights too. War games, USOA against your crew. I'm taking out Gio. Oh, man. I got to fly Gio all the way from Indianapolis to make that happen. I don't know if I can make it happen. Maybe the Sweep and Susio War Games matchup. Got to get kind of a promotion poster made for that. So just to recap here, we're going into the last match. Before we get off the air here, you guys enjoy the Rumble as we are. We've recapped so far the tag team matchup. We're both at odds at that. Ray's got Motor City Machine Guns. I've got DIY. We both have Rhodes winning the title over KO. Now the Rumble side for the women, I have Charlotte Flair, and you've got Becky Lynch, Ray, winning the Royal Rumble. So we're at odds on that. A lot of people in the chat are taking different women to win this Rumble. That's why it's going to be an amazing night tonight. I think Charlotte wins and Grace makes a strong showing. I 100% feel that Grace is going to make a huge showing tonight. So Chuck Vance is in agreement with me on that. I think Charlotte does not need the Rumble to compete for the title. She is just a main event status. And that's what I'm saying. Okay, Chris nailed it. Before we move on real quick and before I get Ray back in here, Chris nailed it. Charlotte doesn't need to win the Rumble because she's already a main eventer. No doubt about that. She's going to go to WrestleMania main event, but because she's been out for a while, having her win the Rumble, it just builds that momentum to get into WrestleMania. So in other words, you're in a Mustang going down, that's Charlotte Flair, but with her winning the Rumble, you just kind of put her in a Porsche and she's going even faster. So I love what you said, Chris. I totally agree with you. Do not disagree at all. Love what you said there, but I think just winning the Rumble for her is going to just kind of catapult her into that that current main event status into WrestleMania. So that's why I've got her winning. We've got the men coming up and something about Triple H in a press conference.
When you look at the men's Royal Rumble this year, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, yeah. Hell yeah.
No more surprises for you this week.
Yeah,
Paul.
I don't want anybody else's music coming up on stage, surprising me with something I know nothing about. I'm also contemplating me, Sean, and Taker triple threat at WrestleMania. Wheelchair on a pole match.
You heard it there first, man. Wheelchair on a pole match. A Taker, Heartbreak Kid, Triple H triple threat match, as comedic as it is. I think the fans at WrestleMania would get behind that kind of match right there. Seth is in here. Roman Reigns, baby. Acknowledge your tribal chief. We're getting them all in. Get your picks in now, guys, for the Royal Rumble, the men's Royal Rumble winner, as we are going to cover that right now. I'm going to try to get something going for you guys out there before the Rumble as well. So we'll see what we can do here. But let's name some guys here, Ray. obviously, you know the guys that are in. You know Cena's gonna be in there. Shinsuke is gonna be there. I mean, you see the poster right in front of you. Roman Reigns, Uso is gonna be in there. So you're getting the guys. You're getting the guys. CM Punk's gonna be there. Obviously, I say Punk's gonna win. I'm not gonna be happy about it. Well, calm down there, Seth. But it's the people that we think are gonna join in the men's rumble. A name that I want to see happen, but because as Sith mentioned on STL 316 previously, a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on, but you've already debuted Penta. Why the hell can't we get Phoenix coming out? But we're going to save that because it could happen. We don't know. Something could be in the works and he could come out tonight, probably right after Penta does. Then you've got guys like Brock Lesnar being rumored as, a surprise entrance into the Royal Rumble. Goldberg mentioned earlier, I believe, by Chuck Vance was another one. Then you've got other guys, Trick Williams, TNA merger, Joe Hendry. I mean, it would shock me if we don't see Joe Hendry, but a guy that was mentioned last time that I'm very curious on, and I'm going to give you the mic because I want you to go through your Rumble preview and give us your Rumble pick before I do. Aleister Black making a appearance and a return. He was one of my favorite guys in WWE for a while there. I think I would absolutely lose it if Aleister Black comes back. Ray, give us your Rumble preview and your winner.
It's funny because that was actually a name I was going to bring up that was heavily, rumored to be in this Rumble. For me, I would love to see an old familiar face that's currently with TNA, Dolph Ziggler, aka Nick Nemeth, his return to the WWE. A lot of also rumors I've seen is a bit of, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy could possibly be in the match as well. But for me, the winner I have is somebody you can't see. I think this is the way to start the farewell tour by letting Cena win the Rumble.
There you go. Ray's going to have Cena winning the Rumble, the farewell tour, which I'm going to give you, I need your opinion on that as well, because Cena won, Hendry 2 is because Chris God, Sith Lord is saying Penta's getting a killer push. Rudy Lesnar got doxxed by the allegations. He got mentioned officially. And then we'd love to see a triple threat match, but it would be a horrible match. Chris Gonzalez, tell me why Logan Paul will not win. He got his Max show. His brother got a fight coming up. It could be a reason why Second City Saint wins. We know who that is here, Chuck. Aleister Black was a great segment. We had a couple episodes again. Yeah, it was a great segment. That's why I brought him up again. Aleister Black being in the Rumble. I would love that. Brock won't return since he recently named that lawsuit. True that. Zack Ryder coming back. Zack Ryder. Holy cow. Another guy that we definitely could see. You've got John Cena winning 100%. I don't disagree with that because it's the last hurrah. It's the last ride. This is going to be his last WrestleMania. So I don't know if they give him the LeBron James treatment and say you're going to be an NBA starter for the All-Star game because, well, you're on your last leg and you're not going to be here long, so we're going to let you ride off into the sunset. I don't know if they do that with Cena. It doesn't make a lot of sense to do that for Cena if he's on his way out. So I'm going to go with, and my side, I don't know if Hogan's going to make an appearance. People are saying Hulk Hogan may make an appearance. I hope not. I'm kind of already over, with the Hulkster and all those guys from the 80s and 90s already. Like, I'm kind of already getting old of all those guys, tired of those guys. But I'm going to go and I'm going to say this, that I really, really feel that as much as I think a guy like Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre will probably be there in the end, I 100% have CM Punk winning this Royal Rumble. I think it's go to sleep. I've got CM Punk winning the Royal Rumble tonight. And then again, as Sith mentioned earlier, CM Punk goes to Mania and challenges Cody for the undisputed WWE Championship. I can't see it any other way, man. So you've got Cena. I've got CM Punk, man. We got some comments here. I'm going to get you back on, Ray. Damn, forgot about Aleister Black. Yeah, I'm gonna lose it. I'm telling you now, I'm gonna lose it if Aleister Black comes out. I'm gonna be happy because again, that was one of my favorite guys back when WWE for a while there. I love the guy. I mean, it was a great wrestler. Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder will be the first wrestler to ever appear in all promotions. 100%. Sith. Great. Thank you for that fact right there. Ray, before we go, final previews on all the Royal Rumble here. Give me your final previews on everything. What can we expect tonight?
I expect a ton of surprises to come out, especially during the men's and women's, because it seems like the possibility is endless. Expect Cody to retain, but also expect a great tag team match. The Motor City and DIY, they've been killing it for the tag team titles, so expect some great matches. Have fun, relax, and have that adrenaline in your soul, and just have a good time.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be a great, great night. I think the match of the night is probably going to be that tag team match, as Ray mentioned. I'm 100% behind that. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a monster of a match. DIY, Motor City Machine Guns. You also have the Codes and KO matchup. You've got the Women's Royal Rumble from According to Sith, who is our source, one of our main sources for STL 316. Shout out to the source, the Doctor of Style Sith, on that. He said that the women are going to be leading off in the Royal Rumble matchup tonight. Then you've got the men's Royal Rumble. Going to be another great night of wrestling for WWE. STL 316 brought you the preview show. We may try to get you a post show as well after the Rumble. If we do, great. But also look out for Sith and Down for the Count, because they're going to be doing such an amazing job out there. So shout out to Sith and Brandon. Down for the Count. You're going to get wall-to-wall coverage of the Royal Rumble. And again, the road to WrestleMania starts now. Well, probably in about another, 22 minutes, the road to WrestleMania starts. So sit back, enjoy it. Joe Hendry comes out, great. Aleister Black comes out, great. AJ Lee pops up. We had a hint already. So it's going to be a great night. It's going to be a fun-filled night. You guys enjoy the Rumble. And again, until we sweep the league again, this is STL 316. For Ray Carter, it is Rudy Campos Jr. Until we sweep the league again, we'll catch you guys later and enjoy the Rumble, guys.